Has this ever happened to you? You're invited over to a friend's house. It's a no shoes inside kind of place. You get to the front door, and a little wave of panic washes over you. You start thinking about your feet. What if they smell? It's a feeling we've all had at some point. That moment of hesitation before you slip off your shoes can be so nerve-wracking. You try to discreetly check the situation, but there's no easy way. It's a common problem, but it feels so personal and embarrassing when it's happening to you. You just want to relax and have a good time, but this little worry is holding you back. That awkward shuffle at the doorway is something nobody enjoys. Maybe you've tried to hide your feet under the coffee table, or perhaps you've kept your socks on, hoping they would contain the problem. But that can make your feet even hotter and sweatier, which doesn't help at all. It's a cycle of worry that can really put a damper on your social life. You might even avoid certain situations, like going to a yoga class or a sleepover, just because of your feet. It's a real confidence killer. You deserve to feel good about yourself, without any stinky distractions getting in the way of your day. So, what's the deal? Why do our feet of all things get so smelly? It all comes down to two simple things: sweat, bacteria. Your feet have more sweat glands per inch than any other part of your body. We're talking about 250,000 sweat glands on each foot. That's a lot of sweat. Now, sweat itself doesn't actually have an odor. It's mostly just water and salt. The problem starts when that sweat has nowhere to go. When your feet are cooped up in socks and shoes all day, they create a warm, damp environment. And guess what loves a warm, damp environment? You got it, bacteria. These tiny little bacteria are naturally present on our skin. They're usually harmless, just hanging out and doing their thing. But when they get a big puddle of sweat to play in, they start to multiply like crazy. As these bacteria feast on the dead skin cells and the sweat on your feet, they produce smelly waste products. It's these waste products that create that distinctive, unpleasant odor we call stinky feet. Think about it like a tiny ecosystem locked inside your sneakers. Without any fresh air, the moisture gets trapped. The temperature rises, and suddenly, it's the perfect little tropical paradise for bacteria to thrive. Understanding the cause is the first step to finding a solution. The key to stopping the odor is to tackle both parts of the problem. You need to manage the sweat and control the bacteria. Okay, are you ready for the big reveal? The secret ingredient that will change your life and make your feet smell amazing is baking soda. That's right. That humble little box of sodium bicarbonate that you use for baking fluffy cookies or keeping your fridge fresh. It is an absolute powerhouse when it comes to fighting foot odor. How amazing is that? You don't have to go to a special store or buy some complicated chemical concoction. The solution has been sitting in your kitchen cabinet this whole time. It's cheap, it's natural, and it works like a charm. So how does this simple white powder work its magic? It's all about creating an environment where those smelly bacteria can't survive. Baking soda is alkaline, which means it neutralizes acids. The waste products created by the bacteria on your feet are acidic, and that's what causes the bad smell. When you introduce baking soda, it raises the pH level of your skin, making it less acidic. The bacteria simply can't thrive in that kind of alkaline environment. It's like turning off the music at their party. They just pack up and go, taking the stink with them. But wait, there's more. Baking soda is also fantastic at absorbing moisture. Remember how we said that sweat is the other half of the problem? Well, baking soda can help with that, too. It acts like a tiny sponge, soaking up excess sweat from your feet. By keeping your feet drier, you're removing the main ingredient that the bacteria need to multiply. So you're hitting the problem from two different angles. You're neutralizing the existing odor and preventing new odor by keeping your feet dry. It's a 1-2 punch that really knocks out stinky feet. The best part is that baking soda is gentle and safe. It's the ultimate household hero. So go grab that box from your pantry. You are going to be so impressed with the results. The No More Stink Foot Soak, a step-by-step guide. Ready to get started? Making a baking soda foot soak is as easy as making a cup of tea. Seriously, it's that simple. Here's what you'll need. A basin or tub large enough for both feet, some warm water, your secret weapon, baking soda. You don't need any fancy equipment. If you don't have a foot basin, the bathtub works fine. This can become a lovely self-care ritual. First, fill your basin with warm water. Make sure it's a comfortable temperature, not too hot. Fill so the water covers your entire foot, including your ankles. Now add the magic ingredient. For a standard basin, add 2 to 3 tablespoons of baking soda. Swish with your hand to dissolve. Watch the water get a little cloudy. It's ready. Now for the best part. Sit back, relax, and soak your feet. Place both feet into the solution. Soak for 15 to 20 minutes. Read a book, listen to music, catch up on a podcast, or just close your eyes. Let the baking soda neutralize odors and soften skin. After the soak, take your feet out and dry them thoroughly. This is very important. Make sure feet are completely dry, especially between toes. Use a clean, soft towel and pat dry carefully. Notice how soft and fresh your feet feel. For best results, do this 2 to 3 times a week. Helps keep feet healthy, odor-free, and boosts your confidence. Fresh feet forever. Daily habits for happy toes. Now that you have this amazing baking soda soak in your arsenal, let's talk about some daily habits to keep your feet fresh all the time. Consistency is key. One of the easiest things you can do is to sprinkle a little bit of baking soda directly into your shoes before you put them on. Just a light dusting is all you need. It will work all day long to absorb sweat and neutralize odors before they even have a chance to start. When you take your shoes off at the end of the day, just tap out any excess powder. It's a simple, proactive step that makes a huge difference. Another great tip is to rotate your shoes. Try not to wear the same pair of shoes 2 days in a row. Giving your shoes a full 24 hours to air out and dry completely is crucial. This prevents that damp environment where bacteria love to grow. If you have a favorite pair of sneakers that you wear all the time, consider getting a second pair just like them so you can switch them out. When you're not wearing them, store them in a well-ventilated area, not stuffed in a dark closet. You can even pull the insoles out to help them dry faster. Don't forget about your socks. The type of socks you wear can have a big impact on foot odor. Look for socks made from natural, breathable materials. Cotton, wool. These materials are much better at wicking moisture away from your skin compared to synthetic materials like polyester or nylon. And it should go without saying, but always wear a fresh, clean pair of socks every single day. If you have a particularly active day, change your socks midday for a quick refresh. Finally, let's wrap this all up with a message of confidence. Taking care of your body, including your feet, is a wonderful act of self-care. Trying a simple home remedy like a baking soda foot soak is an empowering way to take control of a problem and solve it yourself. So go ahead, give it a try. You deserve to walk through your day without a single worry, feeling great from head to toe.